Hi, and welcome to a new YouTube channel which we have named Coffee with Kante. We are football enthusiasts who are particularly interested in the Premier League, and we just wanted to express our opinions on daily headlines and news about the Premier League. Now, we know that we are not professionals by any means whatsoever, so therefore, this is only for entertainment purposes. And we feel like football is a game where you have to express your opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Therefore, we just wanted to create this YouTube channel and share it around. Now, if you have any comments to suggest how we can improve our videos, please drop them down in the comment section below. And if you could subscribe and pass the video on and show it to your friends and make them subscribe to the channel, that would be really appreciated.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Coffee with Kante. Today's discussion, what can we expect from Ole and Manchester United this season?
Begin with, we really wanted to talk about the Premier League, and what makes the Premier League is some of the big clubs in the league itself, and arguably the biggest team in the world right now could also be called the most controversial team in the world right now.
Absolutely.
So therefore, we wanted to talk about Manchester United and everything that's going on at the club right now. So with me today, I have Farhan and I have Atif, and they will also be expressing their opinions today. So, firstly, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in 4 wins on the bounce, playing amazing attacking football, the kind of stuff that Manchester United fans want to see. What do you think his expectations are and Manchester United expectations are for the rest of the season?
I'd say their main aim still should be to get a top 4 place. It's not impossible. There is top 4 places for the taking. It's the Premier League ultimately, and there's no position which is confirmed. Alright? Liverpool is first now, but Liverpool won't be first come end of the season maybe.
Yeah, they just lost to Man City in a very, very good game.
In an extremely good game, maybe one of the games of the season. And Liverpool fans obviously feel disheartened about it. But they're still 4 points at the top. But we still can't confirm anything, right? Even when Liverpool was 7 points at the top, I couldn't confirm anything, right? So, main aim should be to get a top 4 place and to play good football, to get the fans backing the club once.
So what about the Manchester United expectations for the season? What do you think the fans want for this season, and what do you think Ole wants personally for this season? Now, I get it, they need a top 4 finish, that's what the fans are expecting. You can't expect a title at this point, it seems out of the picture. So you have to expect a top 4 finish, but what do you think Ole wants for his team? What do you think he's trying to set out for his team right now?
Of course, so you still have the Capital One Cup player, if I'm not mistaken.
No. Knocked out to Derby County. See, that's where you get a big struggle there, because Mourinho lost to Derby County.
Yes, but you all still have and are challenging on 2 fronts, which is the Champions League. You can't put Manchester United out of the Champions League picture.
I mean,
because Manchester United are a really good team. They've got pedigree in the Champions League, and there's the FA Cup. So they can. I think Ole would ideally want a top 4 place in the Premier League and win a trophy, right? Whether that be the FA Cup or the Champions League. Okay.
I mean, they can get 4th place, they can win the FA Cup, but winning the Champions League, that's too far-fetched, don't you think?
It's a bit of a stretch. Personally, I must say it's a bit of a stretch to win the Champions League, especially when you've got a team like PSG in the round of 16. I mean, Neymar, Cavani,
It's a bit
Mbappe.
too far-fetched.
But it's a Champions League and it's football. Anything can happen.
Anything
But
can happen,
I
but-
think realistically, top 4 finish in the league, FA Cup for sure. That has to be one of their goals this season.
Being the team which has won most FA Cups historically. And I personally think Manchester United, whether they win it or not, will challenge for the Champions League. I mean, Liverpool, no one expected them to reach the finals last year, but they did. It's because they have pedigree, right? Good teams like PSG, Man City, are yet to reach a finals as of the recent past. Why? Pedigree, right? So, Manchester United have got pedigree, they've got the fans to back them up, they've got, to be honest, amazing players. You see Paul Pogba performing these days and think, oh my god, why is he not performing like that? Why did he not perform like that?
Yeah, that brings me to my next question. So, Atif, you see the emergence of Pogba, you see the emergence of Rashford, you see the emergence of Lukaku all of a sudden again, who scored 2 seconds after coming on against Newcastle.
30.
Why do you think it's actually really important for the manager to be expressing his opinion? Now, when you looked at Mourinho, you would see that he was trying to express his opinion, but they weren't really enhanced by the players. But you see Ole coming in, and he's done amazing with the players. Why do you think it's changed?
I think it's the pressure on the players since Ole is coming on, because back when Mourinho was there, you could blame it on Mourinho. You could blame his style of play for not playing the way they are now. But now it's a clean slate, as Ole says. You've got a fresh start. You can't blame Mourinho now for the performance you put in. And Ole will motivate them. Ole, it's the easiest job he's got. There's no pressure. There's no pressure on him, because I think he's here to get the fans behind the club again, play some nice football, and try his level best to get the top 4. I don't see him having much pressure. He looks so relaxed. And what he has to do is, it's sort of like what Tim Sherwood had to do at Tottenham a few years ago when Andreas Villas-Boas left the club. There was Emmanuel Adebayo who was frozen out of the club. All Tim Sherwood had to do when Adebayo was playing with the reserves, he came and he was like, look, now it's a fresh start for you. Go out there and do the best you can. And Adebayo scored plenty of crucial goals that season. And I think that's the type of job Ole has to do at Manchester United. Get the best out of the players. You look at Martial, Rashford, Lukaku, Sanchez. Those 4 players should be scoring a combined 80 goals, 70 goals a season.
Maybe more.
Lukaku should be targeting the golden boot.
So, what do you think the problem is during Jose's time in Manchester United? Do you think it's Jose Mourinho's tactical approach to the game, or do you think it's something internally with the clubs, such as Ed Woodward's unwillingness to lend in money to sign new players?
Well, I'll just answer a short question there. So, on the point of pressure, I think pressure plays a huge role within the football club, right? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, maybe one of the reasons he's winning so well, so convincingly, is because he has no pressure, as Atif said, due to the fact that he just has to come in, steady his ship, and do the best. And he looks really relaxed, and that passes on to the players, right? Now they're playing for the passion of playing, and not for managing, right?
Definitely.
So I think that plays a part. I was just telling my friend the other day that as much as football is a physical game, it's a psychological game. It's extremely psychological. And I think the calmness is what's exuding to the players, and that's making them perform better. Atif?
I mean, you can't blame Mourinho alone, because I mean, back then players, whether they like the manager or not, they used to give it their all for the club. But when you look at Manchester United, they did not give their all for the manager at times. You saw it in the games against Crystal Palace where they drew 0-0 at home, and against Liverpool as well. Yes, they did try, but you didn't see them pulling their socks up for Mourinho. Back at Real Madrid, we saw Ronaldo and everyone pulling their socks up despite the fact that they did not like Mourinho's approach. And also, Mourinho, there is a problem structurally within the club. There's no technical director, and that's a major problem at Manchester United. Because you look at Chelsea, you look at Liverpool, you look at Manchester City, you look at Tottenham. When the recruitment of players is not working well, you have a person to blame. If it's at Chelsea, you will blame Borina Granovskia. If it's at Tottenham, you will blame Danny Levi. If it's at Arsenal, you will blame Gazidis or Kroenke. But at Manchester United, you don't know who is handling all that. You don't know if it's Woodward, or is there a group of people within the club whose identity is not revealed to the public. I mean, this is Manchester United, the biggest club in the world. You have to reveal the identity of a person that is handling all that.
And you have to have a very, very strong identity to handle that, because it is the biggest club in the world.
You have to